Hello. I'm just finishing up one of my pen pal letters. So, would you care to join me in my next episode of Larry's Fountain Pens? Episode number 197. So, before we get into the review on some upcoming new reviews are some pens that I have ordered. And one of them is the Duke new model Uranus U78G. That's one I've never heard of. And then I have another interesting pen which caught my eye. It's called U348. And then I have the Jinhao 992 spiral transparent that I've had on order now for just about a month. And last but not least, I have the Laura Lee that I've done a previous video on. The blue one I have, an excellent pen in my opinion. And this will be a different color, and I'll let you see the pen in the color when I review it. So, why the candles? Believe it or not, a lot of times when I'm at home, for me to get some relaxation, get my thoughts together, I get my letters out that I'm going to write to whichever pen pal it may be, and I get my pen, get everything ready, and I'll light my candles. Sometimes I have 4 candles going on. To me it's relaxing. Sometimes I may have music of choice, whatever I'm in the mood for. So I'm a little different type character here, but I like the peace and tranquility that it brings me. And it's just a good way for me to get away from the rat race, the fast pace, all the noise that goes on today. Seems like everybody's in a rush to do things, to get to point A to B. In my own little world, it's just me, my pen, paper, writing to my pen pals with my thoughts. So, what do you say we get into the review? Alright folks, now it's time to review this pen. And this is a pen that I've had since 2015. And it has some problems writing. So let's get into the pen real quick. This is a large fountain pen from India. And it's called the Airmail. And I'm thinking registered because it has on here REGD. So I'm thinking Airmail registered. And the pen is a 145.2 millimeters. It's an eyedropper pen. And it's really a nice looking swirl colors with red and some grayish and white swirls all in the pen. Just a real nice looking pen. The clip, it's a sturdy pen. It's not really loose. So if I was to clip it on a pocket, we'll just use my shirt. Doesn't have a problem on it. And the finial on top, it's almost like the point of a cigar. And then you have the chrome plated around the finial on top, and hooked onto that is your clip. And then, of course, the band right there, right at the bottom of the cap, with Airmail registered, what I'm calling register anyway. And at the bottom of the barrel, shaped like a cigar tip on the bottom, you know, like, that's what it reminds me of. It's a nice big pin. It's a screw-on, screw-off cap. Nothing going on inside the cap. And here's the nib. It's an interesting nib. It is a special Airmail tipped fine nib. It's all gold-plated, and with the, you know, words special. Airmail is at a slant with a line of above and underneath it slanted, and then it has tipped, all in capital letters, at the bottom, and underneath that, right there close to the grip, is the word fine for the nib. And those are good things. I'm glad to see that. I had some issues with the pen leaking, so I went and heated up some water for the ebonite, and to see if I can get it to stop leaking. So together we're going to see if this pen will write without dripping. So it's an eyedropper, and you know, I'm not a fan of eyedroppers. So this is when I was first starting out with the fountain pen world. There you have the two pieces. So I'm going to get a Q-tip with some silicone grease, and we'll grease it up. Doesn't take a whole lot now. Alright, that should take care of it. And that's going to be fine. So next, let me put some ink in here, and I'm going to use the Noodler's Luxury Blue. That's good enough as any. And I'm just going to drop the ink in. And that just about filled it. And to be safe, I think I'm going to pour a little bit back in the bottle. Okay. Let me go ahead and put the grip and feed nib back onto it securely. Well, so far so good. And I'm going to cap it for a minute to see if it's going to leak out or anything. While that's doing that, I'll close this back up. And I'll be using the, I believe it's the Clairefontaine, yes it is, lined paper. And let's see what kind of results I get from this beautiful Indian pen. It is a real nice pen. And I can remember using it at one time. It wrote really nice at the time, but just drops of ink would come out. Okay, so you're with me. We're going to see how the pen writes and see if there's going to be any leaks from the pen. And like I said, I just put it in some boiling hot water for a few seconds, 10, 15 seconds. And now if it doesn't work, I'll have to do it again, sometimes it may take 2 or 3 times. And what you do is after you put it in the, I used, I don't know, maybe an ounce or 2 ounces of boiling hot water, put my pin in there for the nib and the ebonite feed to get hot. Then you compress them both together, I don't know, 10 seconds or so to make it fit together. So we'll see. Alright, keep my fingers crossed. Please write. And nothing. Nothing at all. Not a good sign, right? See if we can get it started. Alright. Do not give up the hope. It shall write. I hope. Because I haven't played with this pen over 2 years. There we go. Okay, that's going to do something. Let's try this out now. And we have a dud still. Okay, now we'll try this. Alright. See how this is going to work. Now we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. You're seeing this like I am. Now, plot it out. Try something here. Do some writing. Lazy dog. And we'll check for some wetness. This is a fine nib. And it's not very wet yet. See if I can get it a little wetter. You want to be careful and not overdo it. Well, that'll do for now. Do some S's. Really no problems in writing at all. Very nice. Well, there you have it. Operation a success. Worked out just fine. I am pleased. I finally learned how to adjust a ebonite feed with the nib, and it works fine. Once you get tinkering with your pens and start learning how to work with your pens, they'll become more and more easier to work with gradually as time goes on. I wouldn't try to rush things. Take it, take your time at it, no rush. Your pen's not going nowhere, hopefully. Don't give up hope on your pens. So, I hope this review helped for those that are having some problems like I was with having the ink drop out of your pen while you're writing. That's annoying. So, with that said, that's going to conclude this video. And hit the like button because it does help build my YouTube. It does help build my YouTube rating up. That's why it's important to hit that like button for me. And as well, another important thing is leave your comments below. What do you think about the pen? Like I said, I haven't used this pen since 2015. And there's a story behind it, and I'll share that with you sometime. Alright, well, that's going to take care of it, my friends. I hope you had a good day today. Everything went well for you. It went great for me today. So, with that said, peace, love to my next video. Don't drive. Don't text. Don't text. Don't drive. Don't drive. Text. Text. Drive. Hey, seriously, don't drive and text. Later.